You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities, and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dinny Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
At dollarseed.com, all of our seeds are only $1 a pack. And we have online resources that teach you all about the rewarding hobby of growing your own plants, flowers, herbs, and vegetables. Imagine the joy you'll feel when your children actually help you harvest your first garden crop, or the pride of knowing you'll never need a florist again. Visit dollarseed.com and grow a little magic of your own for just $1. Dollarseed.com. What could be healthier?
Yo, 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 what is up, guys? Welcome to another incredible episode of Vigilantes Radio Live right here on iHeartRadio. And I'm your host, Deanie. We have a very special guest for you guys, so you definitely want to stick around for that. And as a matter of fact, text your buddies, family members, or even share it on social media right now and let them know that we are about to dive deep into another interview. Before I bring my guest on, I do want to say that life is beautiful and joyful. And it is only because life can be so beautiful that it can sometimes be so sad. You know, in grief, there is also, strangely, a component of joy. When we are sad, it is because we care so very much. Sadness is painful, and yet the absence of sadness would mean an utter and hopeless emptiness much worse than any pain. The joy you have known stays with you always, even in times of loss. I know it may not be in the forefront of things, but it's still there, especially in the times of loss. Indeed, it is the joy, that makes the loss hurt so much, yet the joy is never used up or even canceled out. It is still a part of you. Though the conditions and the relationships from which it came may have changed, it is still with you, and no one can ever take that away. So ultimately, the joy is stronger than the pain. The pain may not ever go away completely, yet it will become more bearable as the joy continues to grow stronger with each passing moment. Oh yeah, so not only is sadness a genuine expression of joys already experienced, it intensifies the joys to come. The sun always seems brighter after days and days of rain, right? The joy and beauty of life mean even more after experiencing the pain of sadness. So when you care enough to know true and profound sadness, it's a positive affirmation of life that has no equal. Take that from me, Coach Deanie. That is my word, and word is bond.
Have you struggled budgeting your finances? Don't worry, you're not alone. HumbledBudget.com, that's HumbledBudget.com, is the help and resource you've been searching for. HumbledBudget.com is a personal finance and educational website with a great variety of topics when it comes to budgeting, taxes, investing, and the popular topic of FIRE, financial independence, retire early. HumbledBudget.com has a goal, and that's to help you reach your financial dreams, no matter what your goals are when it comes to finances. It doesn't matter where you start, where you come from, or where you are right now. HumbledBudget.com can help. What are you waiting for? Take that first step to the financial life you've dreamed of and go to HumbledBudget.com. That's HumbledBudget. HumbledBudget.com.
All right. Again, welcome to the show. You're listening to VRL. That's the Vigilantes Radio Live right here on iHeartRadio. And I'm your host, Deanie. Our interviews are designed to go beyond music, news, books, art, acting, films, technology, education, entrepreneurship, entertainment, and sometimes even that thing that we call the ego. Our interviews are designed to go behind the scenes and into the minds of these incredible human beings. You know, the ones who are out there giving it their all for me, for you, and for the world. Today, we have the pleasure of chatting with a Canadian recording artist whose dedication to his craft has spanned over a decade. He's known for his powerful tracks and skillful freestyling, and has also made significant strides in the music industry. So with that, let's welcome our guest to the show. Hey, what's up, man? Welcome.
Hey, man. Hey, pleasure being here.
Absolutely, man. So just to start our conversation, man, introduce yourself and share a life lesson that you've learned in your journey in the music that you believe will inspire others.
Okay. Well, my recording name is Noxek. I'm from Ontario, Canada, specifically Brockville, Ontario. I've been doing this stuff for quite some time now. Well, it spans, like you said, over about a decade, but more professionally, maybe around I'd say 5 years or so. And one thing I'd like to say is just don't play it safe. Don't take the easy way if you feel like, especially if you feel like it's not the right thing to do. You know, if you feel like you can achieve something else and that you want that, then go for it. Don't play the easy way, because eventually you might regret that one day, and it's just you don't want to live with that. You know.
For sure. Did you ever play it safe?
I did. I definitely did for a little bit until life really started to change. There's a lot of financial hardships, I guess, with my family and all that, and then I was more or less forced into it, I guess. But it was a blessing in disguise, if you know what I mean. It was if that didn't happen, and I was just cozy and comfy and didn't really want to progress or strive for any more, I'd still be like that right now. So yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir, man. That's what's up. You know, I used to be an artist, so I used to say all the time, I have to go through pain so I can entertain, my listeners.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's I made the best music when I was in a bad place. It seemed like I was fighting for my life. Did you experience the same thing?
Oh man, did I? Yeah, that's exactly it. I think a lot of what I do, it definitely stems from bad times, negative moments in my life, I guess you would say. And it's just, I bring it to life and I use it as a form of to get it, an expression to get it off my chest, I guess. It's very therapeutic, for sure for me.
For sure, man. But what happens though when you reach a Drake level or Justin Bieber level, when life is grand, you have no problems really except which outfit to wear or something cool like that, and you don't really have that gritty, that hunger anymore. What do you think will happen if you ever reach that point in life?
I think I'd always like to be surrounded by people that I grew with, and that where my roots are, so they wouldn't be as much of yes men to me. So they wouldn't just, if I make something that isn't that good or isn't in the right direction, they won't be like yeah just because it's me. I'd like people around me to be I know what you can do. I know you got to go harder, and that would hit me a lot closer to home, I think, and keep me on the right track.
For sure. So, man, before we get into the why you do music and how you do music, we want to know about the who it is that's doing this awesome music. So give us to us straight, man. How did you discover your passion for making music?
Well, I've always been infatuated with music as a whole. So the first thing I ever got into was I actually played the drums first. That was the first instrument I wanted to learn and picked up and everything. And I saved up a lot of allowance money. So this was back when I was 9 years old or something like that. And I saved up I can't remember, it was probably just over $1,000 or something. And I went and bought myself a drum kit, and I learned a lot of it by myself, and then eventually took some lessons, and I I just went from there, you know, like I dove further into it. I always wanted to be able to like write lyrics, but it was a big learning curve for me for sure to learn how to do that. But I wanted to dive in and learn how to do that because it was I felt like it's more of an outlet to fully express yourself rather than like just playing like the instrument. That's just for me though. Like a lot of other people definitely feel different, but that was for me. And then from there I went and I used to mess around with a couple of my friends back in high school. We would just use a rock band mic and we'd record like freestyles or little things. We would write over like what were those beats? Like Lil Wayne beats on the No Ceilings mixtape. That was my first introduction to actually like recording my voice over a rap beat. So this was way back when I was like maybe 13 or something like that. And ever since then, I loved it a little more than my friends we were just playing around, and I just really got captivated by the whole recording process and like studio gear and just the whole realm of it. And to this day, since then it's been like a long time. It's been over 10 years. I'm still doing the same thing, still always learning, I built my full studio in the basement. I fell in love with it right away.
Dope. So when you were discovering your voice, did you have any like musicians or artists that you kind of, you know, I won't say imitated, but you drew inspiration from?
Yeah, for sure. Like, a lot of people like Eminem. There's definitely a lot pulled from there. Just the witty things you'd say, I guess. And then Hobson. He was a big one for sure. That I drew a lot of like, I guess the like rage and like expressing negative things in my life through just like writing music and recording. That was definitely one of the big ones. I wouldn't say imitated, but definitely like went in the same direction hard as he did.
For sure. And I know, man, that's why I didn't say imitate. Well, I didn't want to say imitate because, you know, that's the wrong word to use.
Yeah.
But when you're discovering your voice by using like Eminem as a catalyst or Hobson, how do you incorporate your own style or incorporate these style that these individuals did, but still maintain your unique voice?
Yeah, that's one of the hardest parts I find to be like actually doing music and like actually trying to get to the next level, is because it's challenging, but it's not difficult to imitate someone, and then you'll always be known, or you're just the, like, I guess, knockoff version of someone. If it's that easy to tell where you're drawing your inspiration from, it's hard to break from that. And then over time, for me, I drew inspiration from, like, I used to really, before I listened to rap, I used to love like rock music and heavy metal music. So I dove into a lot of what I used to listen to when I was younger. And I started, just one day I started, I didn't even change any of the settings on my compressors or anything. I just started like screaming, like yelling a little louder over, like using my full voice of what I was going to rap. And I was like, whoa, like that sounds really, really cool. And from then I kept like incorporating everything that I've done up until that point into one. And now I feel, as of recently, I've developed my own like sound finally.
Yeah. And you know what, man, speaking of your sound, so doing my homework, I had a chance to, really dive into who you are. But it seems like everywhere that I read or watched, it said Canadian rapper. And I'm like, yo, this guy is so much more than just a rapper.
Yeah, no, I'm very, like, I don't like to think that, like, I'm just, like, in the box like that. A lot of people like to go with the title, like, of an artist and stuff, but, like, it is what it is. You can view it as, maybe, because my catalog's so, like, wide. It depends on what you found me at, because I've done the rap stuff way back on the Do You Hear Me project I did, and I put singles out of rap, and then slowly it transitioned into the screaming stuff, and then it went very, very metal, like more metal than anything. And then I went right after that to the Punk Boy album, and that was just a full, like, almost like, I guess, like Blink-182 style punk music, like the stuff that just kind of got big again recently. And then now it's into this, my new album that I've been working on is just a lot of all of that mixed into one, and then that's where I've found my sound.
Yeah, I think it's a real cool progress, you know, that you went through.
Because when people ask me, I don't know what to categorize myself as. They'll be like, "Oh, are you a rapper?" And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I guess that some days I can be a rapper, but like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know what type of music you consider me making. Like, you know, like, I think Google considers me as a hip hop artist, rapper. That's what it says on the page there. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It is what it is. Whatever you look at me as, that's what it is.
For sure. So my initial thoughts were that, okay, he's trying to get into a certain market. That's cool. But then I was like, you know what? MGK had a similar transition, and he made it super easy for his listeners to transition with him. It wasn't like out of the box. All right, here I am now, punk, emo, rap, rock, whatever you want to call it. It's like he kind of spoon-fed them into his change, his transition. And I want to ask you the same question. Like, how has it been for your listeners, even though you're going through different genres, different phases, different sounds?
There's definitely, like, I get a lot of comments about, like, they want this certain version of Noxek back. They want, I definitely have a confused fan base a little bit, but then I also have a very, like, core following that they just, whatever I do, they love, you know what I mean? Some people, what they'll say is they like me a lot because they don't know what to fully expect from me next, type thing. It's not like the same copy and paste formula. But then on the other side of the coin, there's people that they do like that. That's what they're accustomed to when they listen to an artist, is like not too far off of the sound what they originally found them as. And it's a very fine line thing to work with, but I think I've found I found a way to make it work, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be as like, okay, now I'm going to do rap stuff, and then now I'm going to do a punk project. It's just, I'm slowly developing my sound into one, and then that's what you will get all the time, type thing. Yeah. It's been a long work in progress.
So your latest release is The Gutter. And your home studio seems to be a vital part of your music making process. Could you tell us more about, like, a typical day in the studio and how you and your brother collaborate on beats, and especially about The Gutter, how that came together?
So yeah, like, my studio's in the basement, but it's the full basement. So it's there's like sections to it. So there's like a living room type idea, and so I can really if I'm not in the mood or I'm not like writing or coming up with anything very creative, I can take a walk, go over, like, watch TV, or, you know, go make some food upstairs, something like that. It's very it's a huge part of my my workflow to be able to have the freedom of being able to, like, stop for a sec and then go, say, for even a drive, to, like, stop listening to the same loop over and over again, and, like, then that's when like ideas will come. Now, if I was to pay, like, studio time by the hour, that's like, you're burning a hole in your pocket at some point, you know. So, like, that's a very, very big thing to have, and a lot of people's opinions, I'd say. And like, that, what I do to make a song, if one of my producers will send me a beat, I'll as soon as I hear it, I'll know that I'm like, okay, like, I this is gonna be something. And then I'll always pull out my my voice memos app on my phone, and even if it's just mumbo jumbo, it's just I get the flow down for what I can write, like what I can write to, if that makes any sense. And I always find that the first impression, like the first time you do something like that, it's the best.
Yeah.
Like that's the best way. You'll never attack the beat the same way with like on like a flow standpoint, is what I feel, and that's my workflow. And then sometimes I'll even do it. I'll skip the voice memo and I'll just load it into Logic, have everything there, and I'll actually just record a rough take of me, whatever comes to my mind first.
Man, you just reminded me back when I used to listen to like YouTube beats, and I'll freestyle while I'm driving on a highway. And I was like, oh man, I should have recorded that. That was so dope. And I tried to do it again, bro. And the cadence is never the same, or the words are never coming out the same.
No, I understand that so much, man. And it's just like, I think it's something to do with you're two in your head, but when you're actually doing it like that, just straight like what you feel in that very given moment, it's a lot more organic, and you're a lot more loose. You'll sound better. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So your advice will be to record the first time.
Always have something ready to be able to record, say, an idea. There's so many times where I've been working with my brother, and he'll like add some sound or change some sound, and I'm just like, ooh, that's hard, and then I'll like start freestyling something, and what I said is just, I can't even remember exactly it word for word, but I'm like, that's crazy, like I can't believe I said that off the top of my head. And then I'd always say, like, I gotta keep recording, man. Like I gotta have my phone running here or something, because that keeps happening too often. And those are like, even if I write those down and use them after, like that's how I make the most organic and best stuff, I find. And I didn't realize that for so long into making music. I'd always scientifically approach it and like write every word, everything like picture perfect, and it always sounded so forced, and I couldn't figure it out until I just started freestyling.
Wow, that's a golden nugget, man.
Yeah, that's some free game, I'd like to think.
Yes, sir. All right, man, we're going to play The Gutter by Noxek, and then we'll be right back. Stay tuned. welcome back, guys. That was Noxek, The Gutter. Dope song. Almost hit replay, but I forgot. We have to keep talking. All right. Let's go ahead and bring them back. Yo. Awesome record, man.
Yo, thank you.
Yes, sir. Have you shot the video to this?
We just shot it's on YouTube already. It's just like a quick studio video, but we actually have a full official video planned. We don't have a shoot date yet, but it's in the very near future. It's coming.
All right. Man, as you continue to push your creative boundaries, how do you stay true to your style while you're also evolving and not losing yourself?
I just always wanted to stay genuine to like me. So I'd never wanted to be like someone that would chase trends, and I always stayed away from that. So like what was trendy at the time, or like what the sound that was in, I'd never try to like emulate and jump around as much like that. And I feel like that helped a lot.
All right. Man, where can our listeners connect with you online?
I'm on Instagram. I'm on everything, to be honest. I think Instagram is just Noxek. Everything's just Noxek. On YouTube, it's youtube.com/Noxek. I'm on Twitter. I'm on everything.
All right. And listeners, just in case you didn't get those links, no worries. I will have them in the description of this episode and in the show notes. So all you guys have to do is just click the links. Well, Noxek, thank you so much, man, for joining us tonight. It was truly an honor having you here.
Thank you for having me, man. I had a great time. I'll come back anytime, bro.
Yes, sir. And you earned a fan out of me, and I'm adding this music to my playlist now, my personal playlist.
Hey, let's go.
Yes, sir. Much love, man.
Thank you, man.
Rotella Resale, your premier collectibles, toys, and novelty retailer. Find the best and hard-to-find die-cast vehicles and action figures. Some of the most popular vinyl LPs, Zippo lighters, and comics. Support the best artists with our rock t-shirts and posters. You will find so much more at rotellaresale.com with free shipping on U.S. orders. Use promo code RADIO for 10% off your order. Visit rotellaresale.com. That is ROTELLARESALE.com.
Thank you, my Vigilantes family, as always, for checking out my podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio Live. All episodes are available for free download, and you can grab it from either Spreaker.com/Only One Media Group, Spotify, Castbox, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, the app Podcast Addict, or over at our website, which again is onlyonemediagroup.com, and that goes for every single show that we've ever aired. If you like to request some music or send something for me to play, email it to vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. That is V as in Victor. And here's my disclaimer: we are genre free, we do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay but facts alone. And actually, scratch all of that, because all of my opinions are always right. That's the bottom line. This is my show, so deal with it. Just kidding. On behalf of myself, Denny, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word, because sharing is caring. We stepped up our game just for you guys and our guests to make sure that you have the best experience here on our show. Be sure to connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Snapchat, TikTok, at all social media sites, as well as Spreaker, YouTube. We always follow back. Okay, well, just remember to put yourself into everything that you do and never stop investing in yourself. Peace, love, grilled cheese, and talk with you later.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. This is a Seventh Sign Regime Rebirth Worldwide Syndicate exclusive.